Hi everyone, my name is Mitzi and I live in Lansing, Michigan. I had an epiphany recently and it left me with such inspiration I wanted to share it with all of you. For most of my adult life, I have heard about and anticipated a time when humanity would globally awaken. It always seemed like that would happen, but at some later date, sometime in the future, maybe in my lifetime and maybe not. Recently, the words critical mass have been surfacing in my mind. Unbidden by me, they would just come into my awareness throughout the day, and once I woke up from a sound sleep with the words present in my mind. A few days later, I was on my way to an appointment, and the words surfaced again with a bit of urgency with them. Since I had a few minutes before my next appointment, I pulled my car into a nearby parking lot and just sat silently for a moment. As I considered critical mass, I wondered out loud how long it would take before there were enough people on the planet that would choose love over fear or hostility. Immediately, an answer came to me. There are enough people already to make a massive shift in consciousness. If we all held the space of love together, if that love were synchronized, it would only take a moment to change humanity. It's difficult to describe the sensation that came with those words, but it carried with it the thrill of possibility. So I had the thought to pick a moment in time and then invite as many people as possible to hold the space of love at the same moment. It seemed easy enough and could even be fun. As I was preparing for this invitation, I came across this quote by Kuan Yin, commonly known as the Goddess of Mercy. Loving kindness is the most powerful force in the universe. It is potent even when displayed during the so-called mundane activities of daily existence. It is so potent that if everyone could get into that space for a minute or even less, all consciousness on Earth would immediately change. Well, that pretty much summed up what I knew that moment in my car. I also was reminded of the scripture, "A little leavening leavens the whole loaf," translated by the basic English Bible as, "A little leaven makes a change in all the mass." I am fairly certain these words were not intended as a culinary lesson in the art of baking bread. I think that perhaps they were telling us something that science can now document. When enough of something comes together, it will ultimately overpower anything unlike it. Do you know that the Earth has an electromagnetic field surrounding it that some scientists have nicknamed the pulse or heartbeat of the Earth? This electromagnetic field is monitored by something called the GOES satellite system. There was a certain point several years ago where the scientists noticed a couple of dramatic spikes that they had not seen in the data before. They were able to synchronize that data with a time map so that they could pinpoint exactly when those spikes took place. The first spike happened as television stations all over the world began transmitting the image of the first World Trade Center in flames on September 11th, 2001. The second spike occurred when one of those buildings dropped to the ground. Disturbances in the Earth's electromagnetic field continued for days following 9/11. Researchers, including Dr. Elizabeth Rauscher, an internationally renowned astrophysicist and nuclear scientist, theorized that when large numbers of humans respond to a global event with a common emotional feeling, the collective response can affect the activity in the Earth's field. In cases where the event evokes negative responses, this could be thought of as a planetary stress wave, like that which occurred the days following 9/11. In cases where a positive wave is created, it could create a global coherence wave. This perspective is supported by research at the Institute of HeartMath, which has shown that emotions not only create coherence or incoherence in our bodies, but, like radio waves, also radiate outward and are detected by the nervous system of others in our environment. So here's my invitation. Will you set the intention to join with me and many others on April 22nd, 2014, which is Earth Day, to create a global coherence wave? This may be accomplished by gathering as many people as possible to hold the space of love at the same moment in time. What do I mean when I say hold the space of love? Let me ask you this. Have you ever held a newborn baby? Do you have children? If so, then I suspect that you know that flood of love that surfaced when you held that baby. Or perhaps you think of a puppy or a kitten. Whatever you think of to generate that strong sensation we all call love. Allow that sensation to fill you and hold it for 90 seconds at the appointed time. That's it. There have been many waves of love and gratitude sent over the earth before. I have taken part in them. The difference here is that we do it all together at the exact same moment. I realize that this may mean some of us are going to be waking up in the middle of the night to participate. But hey, it's only for 90 seconds. I have included a few links below. One of them allows you to put in your location and it will give you the exact date and time in your local time zone. It will also place a light on the globe so that we can see where all the participants are. I am hoping to see lights on all of the continents. There are a couple of other links that I invite you to look into as well. They are links to organizations that are committed to teaching the principles of love and peace globally. Please consider sharing this invitation with as many people on your list as possible. Okay, mark your calendars and your mobile devices. I'll see you on April 22nd at 1800 UTC.